Give me some Ingram. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
And the Baltimore Ravens pride themselves on being physical 2015 and 2018. And when he's right, the Baltimore offense rolls.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson brought in left side by Snead. Catch number 40 for him on the year, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And a good burst there right from the start. From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's complete to John Ross. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line. Dalton, 1st and 10. open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5. Now Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight. Andy Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
Running out of the gun with Dixon. 8 yards there on the carry.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And caught right side, Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 7 on the year. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Dixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. Big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Bernard. And across midfield he goes. On 2nd down, Smallwood. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. It's ineffective for them, hasn't it?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Andrews. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeout. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backward.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start with two teams who took quarterbacks high in last year's draft. Buffalo on the road, taking on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. They'll run again with Bernard. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. Man open left side is Brown. On second down now, it's Dixon. And a short gain across the 15.
Big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And
blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry comes flying in. 1st and 10 for Dalton. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Boyd. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. He winds up getting only a couple. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. On 1st down. Bernard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run with Smallwood. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard. On the toss, Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
This close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. It was November 18th in Baltimore of last year, and he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch. That caught right side, it's Snead.
Let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Snead's got it. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And not much to speak of. Again, here's Bernard. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. A good pickup there. 26 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And able to find Green. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a carry for Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Again, it's Smallwood. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Dalton here from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. Bullock's kick is good.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. This stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has Green in front of him. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Dixon. And this play gets blown up. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. Big spot, Andy Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. All right, here's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. On 2nd down, Bernard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he hands it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Bernard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Dalton wants to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. 368. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone. To throw here, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd.
Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If the
or wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Bernard. And not much, maybe a yard. So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. That one good for 37 yards. On 1st down, Bernard. And they get to him quickly here. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Fighting through pressure. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Willie Henry muscled his way in. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins.